Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today for the vlog, I thought that I would just do some of this horrible laundry that's beside me, and that I would just talk to you guys because, and you can see like this is not staged. It's like it reminds me of Caitlyn when she says best worst YouTuber ever, because that's what it reminds me of, except for I'm probably not the best part, probably like the worst. But anyways, I wanted to just kind of chat with you guys because I feel like sometimes in these videos, some people, and I can't say this for sure because I've never been this way, and maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing, I don't know, you guys tell me, but I've never been this way, but I see a lot of people and I feel that this is how it goes, where like you're putting out all these videos and you're sharing your life from day to day and you're sharing your home from day to day, and sometimes it can be that, I mean, obviously you want to share the best parts, right? Like I don't want to go into, I don't know. I don't want to go into my kid's room and show you how disgusting it is, which I would totally do that. I don't want to go into like the worst part of my house and be like, hi guys, this is what I'm doing for today. This is my horrible mess. Like, that's not really what you want. You want to portray like the best. You want to put your best foot forward, especially when you're sharing it with anyone and everyone on YouTube, on the entire internet, where people you actually know could be watching this or stumble across your channel and find you, and then you're like, oh crap, like Susie, who sees me at church every week, knows that my house is a disgusting mess. Like, oh, crap, that sucks. But at the same time, you want to be real, because if you're not, like, you have to keep remembering the fake persona that you're portraying to, you know, to replicate it every single video, and it just becomes this never-ending like struggle of trying to be someone you're not in your videos. And then when you turn the camera off, your kids see the real you, but when you turn the camera on, they're like, who the heck is this? Like, you get it. Well, if you hate that, then you're in the right place. And if you're new here, hello. My name is Ashley, and I'm for real, because you see, like, my husband uses the bed frame as his hat rack, and my kids peeled the paint off of my bed post, and you know, there's stuff like wipies, and I'm pretty sure I see a half-eaten mini muffin on my bed from where my toddler just was eating muffins on my bed. Like, it's my life. There's like, the iron is out and the cords are everywhere. I mean, I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I am a lady who stays at home and busts her butt doing all of these random things, like, which we're going to get to that in a second. And I try my best every day. I homeschool my kids. I have 4 kids that I homeschool, and I have a stepson who doesn't live with us but visits us quite often. So I have 5 kids total. They're all boys. They're all crazy. And this is my life. And I'm going to share with you not just the best parts of that, but I'm going to share with you the whole shebang, so that when you're in the trenches and you're struggling and on the struggle bus, you can turn me on and be like, okay, well, I'm on the struggle bus, but this one is a train wreck. So if she can do it, then so can I. And that's kind of how it is here, you know? I just want to share reality because this is my reality and it might be your reality as well. And so I want to share. Okay, let's get some of this laundry folded before I just chat away and then I don't get anything accomplished. So as I was thinking about that, because there's a lot of Vlogmases and Planmases going on, and I was watching, I can't remember who it was, and I would never breathe a word and say it, but it was a channel that I'm not subscribed to, and I've never really seen before, and I was just watching like her style of vlogging and like what she does and all of that, and I was like, wow, like this is so, I couldn't watch it. And I'm not trying to be ugly because, you know, I'm never going to do like a thumbs down or a mean comment because I think that's awful. And maybe that is her in reality. Maybe she really is like that all the time. I mean, I was getting serious Stepford wife vibes, but hey, maybe she lives in that town. Maybe that's her whole life. I don't know. I can't tell you. But I just thought to myself, like, how exhausting it must be to be that perfect all the time, never have a slip up or a bad day or a mistake that you film and share. You can't share this because that's not perfect, and we have to hurry up and clean the house before I can film because I don't want to show like the wipies on the bed and the half-eaten muffin that I didn't know was there until I turned on this video. Like, it's just, you know, that has to be like so much work, you know what I mean? And maybe it works for some people, but I got to thinking about that, and somebody made a comment to me yesterday, and then, you know, I do this homeschool group, right? It's called Community Matters Homeschool Group, and I created it as kind of like a co-op. It's not really a co-op, but it's kind of like one. It's really just a chance for us to get together once a month, and we just let our kids socialize, and I do a little lesson for the kids in each age group. I put together a lesson, and I put together a craft for the younger ones, and then for the older ones I do a science experiment of some sort, and I lead the biggest group, and then I get volunteers for the smaller groups, and I give them like all of the things they need. Like, I make the crafts ahead of time, I cut out all the things, like I make it super easy for them to do. And look at all this lint. Like, what am I supposed to do with this lint stuck to my sweatshirt? Like, really? But I put all the things together for them, like A, B, and C, so that they will volunteer next time because it's super easy. And then we just do the dang homeschool thing. It smells good. Just squirrel side note, because I'm smelling the clothes. My 2-year-old poured vegetable oil in the laundry basket, not this past time, but the time before. So I was smelling vegetable oil and realized that I saw the container with the top off, and I realized that he had poured them into the fresh, clean laundry. So I've had to rewash those several times to get that out, and so now I'm smelling them to make sure that all of the vegetable oil is gone, because that's disgusting. Anyways, so where was I? I got caught up in the squirrel moment, but they were talking about in my homeschool group, somebody asked me, she was like, because I had put together all the crafts, and I was like, okay, this is super easy. I've cut out everything. All you have to do is just glue this, and you do it this way, this way, this way. I've made you an example craft. And she was like, okay. And then she paused, and she was like, do you ever sleep? And I was like, no. And my mom was like, no, she doesn't. And I was like, no, actually I don't. And I was like, and she said, do you have more hours in the day than the rest of us? Like, what is happening? And I was just like, no, but I don't sleep, and I can't stop moving. Like, I can't sit and relax. That's just not my personality. And I got to thinking about that, and it's like, you know, if she watches this channel, then she'll see, like, no, I don't ever stop moving, but I'm not perfect. I'm not that woman. Like, I'm not the one who, like, hand makes all of her, like, makes huge breakfast for her kids in the morning, and, like, does all the fun lunches for them. And, like, there's some things that I'm not good at that other moms are amazing. Like, you just look at them and you're like, wow, like, nope, not me, not over here. There are things that I'm good at and I excel at, and there's things that you're like, wow, she, like, rocked that. And then there's other things that you're like, girl, you need some improvement. Like, just like everybody else, that's me. But I got to thinking, and yesterday I was talking to one of my friends that I met through homeschool group, and I was talking to her, and she made a comment. She was like, you do, like, a lot of things. And I was like, you know, I really do a lot of things. That's true. And I think I have a problem. I kind of have a problem. And my problem is, and you know, I was talking to my husband about it, because I've been on the struggle bus lately, because I want this YouTube channel. Oh, hold on just a moment. Okay. My baby was getting really frustrated. So there's so many things that I'm good at, and then there's so many things I'm not. But, I have a problem. So my problem is that I want to accomplish things, and I have, like, probably unrealistic but extremely high expectations for myself. And if I don't get those done, then I'm really frustrated. So I just want to do all the things, and that's my struggle. And it is a struggle, it's a problem. Like, I have a problem and I'm admitting it. The first step is admittance, and I'm admitting it to all of you. So, accountability is a thing, and I have a problem. So let me just list them off, okay? This is not bragging, this is admitting my problem. So I'm going to admit my problem to you. I have 2 YouTube channels. I have House of Johnson's, which I have not filmed on in a really long time, and I want to get back to filming at least 1 video a week, preferably 2 videos a week. That's my preference, at least 2 videos a week. I probably won't be able to do daily vlogs, but I want to at least do 2 videos a week. I have another channel that is a planning channel and a crafting channel called Creative Chaos 1739, if you are interested in that. And that channel, I do plan with me videos. I have like a buttload of planners that I love to do. So that's another thing. It takes up a lot of time to plan. I don't film every single planner that I have because I have so many of them. If you watch that channel, you'll see my planner lineup in a few days. So I have that going on. I plan in those every day because that's the only way I can keep sane and keep control of my life, is to plan. Hold one more moment. Okay. Crisis temporarily averted. We're probably going to have a couple of more problems, but right now we're okay. Okay, so I have no idea where I was at or what I was saying, but I was about to list all of the things, okay? This is me admitting to you I have an issue. I think I mentioned this YouTube channel and my goals for it. Okay, I have a planner channel that I want to plan. I mean, I'm probably going to have to do daily videos there if I get my stuff together. Or I'm going to have to stop videoing some of the things and only do some of them, and do I would like to do at least 3 videos a week on that channel. Then I have an Etsy shop that I absolutely love, and I want to put so much time into junk journaling because I love it. And it also makes my family extra income here and there. Not a lot, but a little bit here and there. If I had the time to devote to it, because I don't get a lot of traffic on my Etsy shop because I really suck at SEO and all the things of pulling people to my shop. I'll leave it down in the description box below if you're interested. But if I had time to devote to it, then I could get a knack for that. And then I could actually have time to work on junk journals every once in a while and do them. I'm also the event planner at church. I handle all of the events from start to finish. So planning the food out, not all of them, right? Like some things, if a ministry comes up and they just want to throw an event, they do that themselves. But like all holidays, all pastor's birthday, pastor's appreciation day, Easter when we eat, homecoming, I help organize. I don't do homecoming by myself, but I help organize it. Decorating the church for any holiday, all the baby showers, all the wedding showers, anything like that, that's me. Okay, so I do the event from start to finish. I organize the food, I do the games for the showers, I host them, so I'm the hostess for all of it. I do all the talking, I do all the decorating, I do all the food planning, the food prep, and the food decorating, and then I tear it all down and clean it up and all of that. So I do all of the events for church. I'm also the Ladies Ministries president. So I just became the Ladies Ministries president like a month ago. So I have to organize events for the ladies, and I have to step up and get them engaged in things and things like that. I'm also, I sing on the worship team. So I do that. And then, also I do the community matters homeschool group, where I started that for moms who are new to homeschooling because there's so many of them, plus for me because I do not socialize at all with anyone over the age of 9. Well, sometimes 11, I guess, if Jaren's here, or my husband every so often when he'll put up with me. or when he's actually home. And so I started that group for my kids to socialize, for my kids to get out there, for me to do that, for us to do things and get involved in things. We're going to start doing some field trips and stuff like that. So it's just an avenue and an outlet to meet new people around here. Also, like there's women who have been homeschooling for like 20 years, and they have kids who are grown, and then they're still having little kids because there's lots of big families in homeschooling. You know what I mean? It's great. And so I want to learn from these people, right? Like I want to learn from these women. And so I have that opportunity with this group. So I do a lot of work with that. Like a lot of work goes into it, but it is just a month, so it's manageable. But I do lots of messaging and posting in the group and all of the things. And so these are the things that I do, right? I homeschool my kids, and I do all of these things. It's a lot of things. But I love it, right? I love it. Like, this is what I love to do. I love to pour into people. That's what I love to do. I love to decorate for people because I like it when they come in there and today is their special day for whatever reason. If they're having a baby, if they're getting married, like this is their event that's so special in their life. And they walk in and they're like, wow, like this is beautiful. I love that, right? Because they'll remember that forever and that will mark their special time. Like this is what they're going to remember. They're going to remember these things forever. And so I love that. I don't even care if they knew that I did it. I don't want them to know. I don't care. I just want them to enjoy it, and I want them to be taken away, just their breath to be taken away by how beautiful it is so that their special day can be that pretty. I love doing it. I love to create things. I'm creative. I'm messy. I don't like to clean. I don't like to bake. And I don't like to cook. And these are things that I don't like. I'm not domesticated. I'm a wild and free-spirited animal. Like, I don't like all of these domesticated things. Like, I do them because they're my responsibility and that's what I offer to my family. And I'm not folding. Like, you're not keeping me accountable? Like, what am I doing here? I'm not good at it and I don't enjoy it. Like I'm a decent cook. I've never really gotten into baking, but you know, the few things that I do bake, everybody's always like, "Oh, you like I made pecan pies," and everybody's like, "Oh, you won Thanksgiving." But I don't. The only reason why I make pecan pie is because I love to eat pecan pie. Like you know what I mean? Like that it's just not my thing. I don't like to cook and clean and do all the things. I do them to take care of my family because it's my responsibility. But I feel like if that's all I did, which is a lot, like people that just clean their house all day and keep it like immaculate, people that cook home cooked meals every single meal and snack for their family and their kids are all fed with the cutest little things, like it's a lot of hard work. You know, if that was all that I did, that's a lot, right? So mamas that only do that, it's a lot of work. And so it's not that, it's just that I'm a creative person. That's my outlet. That's my therapy, right? So I love to plan and play with stickers and office supplies. And I love to junk journal and get my hands completely messy with ink and sprays and all of the stuff and grungy. And my fingers are like disgusting and dry because I've been working with all these different mediums. And I love creating it and like immersing myself into a theme and like really getting into it. I love that. I love people buying my journals and them showing me how they're using them or saying, "Oh my gosh, I just fell in love with this journal. I love it so much." I love that. Like, I love it. That's what gives me purpose and makes me feel fulfilled. I was made to be a creative mind. Like, that's the way God made my brain. And so it's hard for me to give myself grace enough to say, no, I'm not going to do this event, or I need time, or I'm exhausted and I've had a really rough time. Like, if I commit to something, I am fully committed. You understand? Like, I want to do the best that I can do all the time. And sometimes because I enjoy it and because I want to do it, I'm not, see, look, This doesn't smell like oil now, but look. So I'm going to have to like put stain remover and do all the things and wash it all over again and fix that. And that sucks. Hopefully that didn't happen to too many items of clothing because that really sucks. Anyway, I want to give my all to everything, and you know, obviously my family, my kiddos, they're the most important thing. Like they get the biggest piece of me. And when they get that biggest piece, sometimes there's not enough of me left to do all the things that I like to do and have committed to do. And I'm trying to learn that, but I seem to expect myself to have like this unlimited reservoir that I pull from, and when I'm struggling or I'm running out of juice, I want to pull from that imaginary reservoir. And sometimes when I have a 7-month-old who literally never sleeps, does not nap, doesn't sleep, only naps when I'm holding him, just is so clingy, does not sleep at night, wakes up every hour or 2 hours. Sometimes I'm lucky. It's been happening. I'm working on it. It's very hard for that reservoir to have anything to draw from. You know what I mean? And I think that that's a lot of us. I think that's, you may not be like an insane person like me and want to do everything and commit yourself to 50 billion different things. That's okay. And don't feel sorry for me because I love these things. I love every single one of these things that I do, and I don't want to stop. But I think that sometimes I just have to give myself grace to say, today you need to take a breath and you need to rest. For instance, I'll give you an example. This month for December for homeschool meetup group, I had a lot of volunteers that were going to be out of town. They've been sick. Some of them have had surgeries. People that usually volunteer or help me out to like lead a group or be there to help me set up or whatever. They had a lot of stuff going on, or they're out of town for the holidays and things like that. And we didn't have as many people so far sign up to come. And so I knew that the group would probably be a little bit smaller this month. And so I wanted to, I want it to be successful, obviously, because it's a lot of work to put into it. And so, and it also costs money. And usually I pay that myself. I pay for it. And so, you know, I obviously want it to be successful for all of those reasons. And I want the people that come to enjoy it, right? Like, that's why I'm doing it. I'm doing it for all of us, not just me. I want them to enjoy it. And so I had to decide and step back and say, Ashley, you could like shovel through and do this. I don't know what size these are, but they look awful tiny. You could shovel through, push yourself, and do this and get it accomplished by yourself without anybody. But it's going to put a strain on the people that are volunteering, and it's also going to put extra strain on you. And I was like, well, me, I don't care about. And then I thought, Ashley, you have to care about you sometimes, right? Because you're going to get burnout, and burnout is a real thing, and burnout is stressful, and burnout can make you feel depressed and upset and frustrated. And that's what I get. I get very frustrated with myself when I get burnout. Like, I'm just not doing this good enough, and I'm not putting enough into this, and I see the success it could be if I could put more into it, and I can't because I'm doing too many things, right? And it's just all of this stuff. Like, when you can avoid all of that if you just stop putting so much pressure on yourself all the flipping time. Like, chill it on out. And so I talked to the ladies in the group, and I asked them their opinion, and they were like, whatever's best for everybody is fine with me, and blah, blah, blah. And I just had to make that decision, like, Ashley, you need this month to just chill out, plan for next year, and get things under control. Like, you need this month, because these, you don't have the volunteers for it. You don't have all of the things, and you need this time to regroup and store some of that in that reservoir and start again fresh. And so I said, okay, well, since all of these people are going out of town, I'm just going to take this opportunity to just take a break for a second and take a breath. And then when everybody's back here to, have the resources that we need to keep moving forward, we will do another one. And that will be in January. And everybody was fine with that. But I wasn't fine with it. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want that. It made me feel defeated. And sometimes I feel like culture puts this strain on us and this pressure that we have to be Susie Homemaker, or we have to volunteer for the PTA and do this and bake our kids cookies every night and watch their nutrition. So you got to make homemade cookies, but they better be gluten-free, sugar-free, calorie-free, fat-free, all of the frees, because your kid is going to be a failure, and you're going to be a failure as a parent because you gave them sugar. And then which I'm not saying you should just give them sugar, that's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying like everything is an extreme, you know what I mean? And you have to make sure that you are, if they're in public school, then you got to make sure you watch out, because it's just not good enough, and it's horrible. And if you're a homeschool mom, you better be doing better at their education, because those homeschoolers, they don't learn well, and they have to be successful. And if you're their teacher, I'm worried about them. And it's just so many pressures, you know what I mean? Like, there's just so much pressure and strain and expectation, and most of that we put on ourselves. Like, most of that we just put it all on ourselves, and that's what I do, right? And my kids calling for a juice cup, but that's what I do to myself. I do all of those things and expect all of those things and want to be a part of all of those things, and I'm putting so much strain on myself that it's impossible for me to do it all well without being completely burnt out. And if that's you too, then this chat was for you. I mean, I pretty much sucked at getting my laundry folded. I've been talking for almost 30 minutes and I'm still not even close to being done. But I'm going to go ahead and keep folding this laundry and let the inevitable like avalanche of kids who, when I open that door, they're going to pile in. Including the baby, who hears my voice in a room and he will follow me wherever I go. Like, he'll find a way to get past the barricade, off his playmat, and into the room I'm in. And that is perfectly okay, because you know what? Sometimes I have to just take a breath, take a break from whatever I'm doing, and just enjoy the stage of life that I'm in with my kids without all the pressure. And that's what you need to do too. So this is your encouragement to do that today. Give yourself a little grace, mama. Pat yourself on the back. You're doing great. If you're like an OCD, like never rest, never stop freak like I am, or if you're a totally relaxed mom and you just chill through the day, either way, you're doing a freaking amazing job. So leave your comments down below and tell me what kind of personality you are. Do you think I'm a complete nutcase? I mean, I am. So it's okay to say that. I'm going to go tend to the screaming 2-year-old who's saying, please, can I have my juice cup? Going to get him his juice cup, and then we're going to move on with the day. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye, guys.